Are we live? I think we're live. Fantastic. Oh, there's one person watching on YouTube. Shout out to the one person on YouTube. Hey folks, how are we doing? Oh my gosh! Already a sub. Thank you so much. How often do you get Louis instead of Lewis? Not very often. Everyone calls me Louis. No, the other way around. Everyone calls me Lewis. I mean, even if I'm reading it, my brain scans. Like, if I'm not thinking about myself and I just scan the word Louis, I read Lewis. Because that's how it's spelt. It's a silly French name. Yeah, thank you for the sub. So I'm gonna be brave today. I'm gonna be very brave. I'm gonna try and write some. I'm gonna try and do a web front end thing, and that involves styling, which is not my wheelhouse. And last time we did a thing that involved front end, I spent ages making it, and then yeah, got to the styling. No, I spent not much time making it, and then I got to the styling, and that took forever. I just kept getting stuck. It was rubbish. And as Sinner says, Tailwind. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to try and do. So I've never done Tailwind before. I live in France now. My brain has switched to Louis. Fantastic. We should all do a bunch of French, and then we'll switch over. I do find it weird how French just doesn't pronounce the end of any words. Like, why have you bothered to put the end on the word if you're not gonna pronounce it? Just save yourself the time and drop off the last letters. Hello from YouTube. Hello, both of you. Welcome. Popplestones is a cool name. I don't like Tailwind. I've never used Tailwind, so I don't have an opinion. So the other thing I want to try, I mean, it looks, there's a few things that look really cool about it. I like that you can just write all of your styling on the HTML, and that effectively becomes a component. And you can copy and paste that anywhere, and it works. So I really like the idea of let's go over to Safari again. Oh, where am I gone? I mean, I'm not much of a front end person anymore because I've spent the last bunch of years doing, compiler stuff, making Gleam, language, build tools, etc. So I'm very out of date. Tailwind CSS UI. It's called Tailwind UI. That's what it's called. I just discovered this is a thing. I was like, wow, like all these things that you can just copy them into a project. Amazing. Give me an example. Yeah, like this. So convenient. Like as someone who's now rubbish at CSS, to be able to just make that instantly. If I was making a business, that'd be well worth the 200 quid. That's fantastic. Hello, Dave. Welcome. Oh, hello. I'm gonna butcher your name. Is it I'm truly AO or something else? There are plenty of free and open source Tailwind component libraries out there. So what would be useful today? So the thing I want to make is going to be, let's try and find an example. I want to make something like, I want something like, let's open just a bunch of random. No. Really? I thought it would come up with something. No, what we're doing? Elm HTML to Elm syntax converter. I thought there was loads of these, and I'm struggling to find one now. What? Rubbish. Why can't you open it? Do you think it's HTTP? Oh dear. Come on, somebody, give me the thing I want. Yeah, I want this. I want this sort of layout. Like I want 2 columns. Does it collapse? Can I? Oh, well, that's rubbish. You can't. Okay, I think on mobile I'd want it to like do that. And then like have an input here and an input here, and you type HTML in this one and it generates in this case Elm, but I want to put Lustre, so it'd be like div hello. Why is it complaining? Am I using the wrong slash? Yeah. So the thumbnail for this live stream is amazing. Go check it out. Okay. How do I do that? Do I go here? I'm in this category, right? Why is it not coming up? Where's me? It's just my head. What's the problem? Oh, it's got you in it. Oh, the YouTube thumbnail. Oh, okay. Let me see what the YouTube thumbnail is. Is it going to be something dreadful? Should I be concerned about this? Oh, that's really good. Very good. Hi from Wales. Hello. Hello. Good old Wales. Beautiful place. I went to a holiday in Snowdonia last year. Oh, it was so good. Anyway, so I want to try and make that. I'm not sure I actually have the patience to learn anything about... How do I undo this? There we go. I don't think I've got the patience to actually learn Tailwind. So I'm hoping that someone will either give me a link in chat to a suitable stealable 2-column component I can shove 2 text areas into, or I just like make something really ugly and someone can fix it for me. I've saved the thumbnail in the Discord server. We've got it forever, says Glob. Thank you very much. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe that's just how I become like a famous YouTuber. We just, yeah, we make lots of ridiculous thumbnails. Maybe like that seems to be the craze these days. I feel like I'm a bit too chill for that. Cool. So I've used Lustre on the back end before, and I feel like I know it because I know Elm, and sort of reducer style React, and Elm very much inspired Lustre, and so did OTP really. So I feel I should know it, but I've never actually made like a single page application in Lustre, so this is going to be my first time trying it. It's going to be fun. The Mr. Beastification of Gleam. I wish I had the money to do that. His videos look expensive. And also he just lies. I watched one of them. I was like, 200 of us did this, and then I watched their video, and there was just like 15 of them. Like they just lied. Which is a good idea. If the one thing I've learned from doing Gleam is that I don't lie anywhere near enough. I'm always very honest about what Gleam does, and I don't think other people are doing that. Good. So, preparation. I found that Lustre's got a quick start guide. That's probably quite handy, eh? So I think I'll just follow through with this, and then I will stop somewhere here. And at this point, I'm going to try. Oh, thank you for the follow, Louise. Welcome. Good to have you. So I'll stop about here, I think, and then I'll try and work out how to add. Yeah, because the next step is interactivity. I'm going to try and add the Tailwind stuff first. And looking at the dev tools, they've got a Lustre add Tailwind, so I'll give that a go. I don't know what a Tailwind config is meant to do. This will install Intermatic. Oh, I see. So maybe I need one? I'm not actually sure if I need one or not. I'm going to try without it and then we'll see what happens. I'm going to see if I can get through without reading any documentation for Tailwind, which is almost certainly a bad idea. So step 1, programming gloves. Oh, damn, I forgot to put my... I've got a little work timer that says, you know, so I can depress myself with how many hours I've put into everything. Let me just add an entry for this. Okay. There we go. Even watching 30 seconds of a Mr. Beast video makes me feel completely disconnected and like the next generation is doomed. I'm 22. I'm far too young to be a doomer. Sorry, I'm new to everything. What's the difference between Lustre and Wisp? Good question. Good question. So Lustre is a... it's like a... I'm not sure this is how Haley and the other Lustre folks would describe it, but Lustre is, in my eyes, like a UI framework. You can use it for just generating HTML on a server, which is what I've traditionally used it for, or in scripts. But you can also use it to make like a single page application similar to React or Elm or, you know, Svelte or that kind of thing. Or you can use it in a sort of Phoenix live view sense, where it's the same idea of you've got a reactive UI, but the state management happens on the server. So in that context, you've got loads of access to things that you wouldn't have access to in a browser. So that's quite cool. Wisp is a web application framework. It's quite a small one. It's a lot. It's less fancy than Lustre, and that is mostly if you want to write a web backend. So perhaps you want to make a JSON API. Perhaps you want to make a website that has that talks to a database. You might use Wisp to design your you know, to help you make those things, and it will deal with things such as like parsing JSON, dealing with multi-part requests, passing forms, you know, this sort of thing, dealing with HTTP methods, etc., etc. All these, and logging, catching exceptions, like all these things that every single back-end web application is going to need. So you could use the two together. So you could use Wisp to make your back-end, and you could it could serve a Lustre application, and you could use Lustre's I was going to say live view, but that's not what it's called. It's called server components, and so the server it could use server components to have like a connection between the Wisp based backend and the Lustre based front end, and you can run your Lustre update loop inside a WebSocket over a WebSocket inside your backend application. So they're two different things. I wish we had HEX or similar. I much prefer that to using functions to build UI. Yeah, it would be cool if we could have something like that, but no one's worked out what the feature would be that would enable that yet. I think we're interested in metaprogramming, but just no one's figured out what that might look like yet. I have mostly used Nuckeyes, and Nuckeyes is like Lustre, but it only does the HTML, static HTML templating stuff. It's like a simpler version of Lustre. Good. So let's try and stumble through these. If that doesn't answer the question fully, your name is I don't know what I'm doing and what is to be done. That's such a good name. If that doesn't help, you know, ask more questions. Hello. Right, here we go. Let's try and do some stuff. So I want to make this stream is going to be an educational background for playing Celeste. Awesome. That sounds really fun. Maybe one day I'll play a video game on stream. But I stream on a Steam Deck stream. I play games on a Steam Deck, and I'm not sure how you'd make that work alongside it. Right, so let's make a new thing. What should I call this? I'm just going to call it app. I've already got a project here, and this is the one that... Oh, did I not publish this? If I haven't published this, then the whole thing is kaput. I don't remember if this is... What am I searching Safari for? I'm in Egypt. Lustre. That loaded very slowly. I wonder why that was. Ah. Okay. Louis, is your background from Disco Elysium? Yes. Yes, it is. Disco Elysium is amazing. It's unlikely we're going to get any hygienic macro system in the style of Elixir. I think there's too much unconstrained complexity there. I don't think it fits. I don't think it fits particularly well with Gleam. Oh, hello, Maximus. Really glad to see you streaming during my office hours. Really needed the feeling of co-programmer today. Thank you. Ah, no worries. Good to have you along. Can you make a food sharing app? I probably could, but that's not going to be the goal today. So I'm going to publish this library, but I'm going to do it in a different tab. Sorry, folks, because I don't want to accidentally. Oh, that was weird. It looked different for a second there. Okay, so my I think my I think my lazy config's slightly broken. It's not meant to have an animation on this page. That's really annoying. Okay, so is this ready to publish? That's what I'm wondering. Well, I haven't actually written any example of how it would be used, which is a mistake. Disco Elysium is the best RPG in about 10 years, maybe more. Yeah, I agree. It's a beautiful piece of art. Jello ho. Maybe I won't quite write it like that. Yeah, my little highlighted line looks wrong. Like it's there's it's using the wrong character in the font. That's really annoying. Whoops. Hello, Joe. What's it called? There you go. Marvelous. And don't need the development docs. Convert regular HTML markup into Lustre syntax. I thought I published this ages ago. I did not. I'm a fool. So there we go. GitHub. Lipple. Oops. And let's put a link to Lustre, shall we? What is is it like Lustre.build? Yes, that'll do. Ah. Come on. No, let's put it here. Um, so I know there's a dependency that only works on, this is the wrong one. There's a dependency that only works in the browser or in Deno. This package depends on the, no, not this one. Package which only works in the browser. If you wish to run this using the Deno runtime, you will need to call the where is it? That one. Function from the, oh, these little highlighty line things, now that they've slightly broken, are really annoying me. It'd be great to get common README badges for things like targets and runtime. It would be. I think we need to do a bit of work into like how we show that stuff, because we can infer runtime. No, we can infer target now. I'm still waiting for the package site to fill out with some more data on that. The thing we can't do is runtime. There's no way to infer that. It may not be possible to use this library elsewhere. Cool. I think that's everything. Let me get rid of the app. Let's make a change log as well. What's the date today? January, February, March, April, May. Okay. I think you've already answered this, but where does this framework fit versus something like LiveView? Lustre can do LiveView. Lustre, you can do fully back-end HTML rendering, or you can do a all-in-browser single-page app, or widgets, components. Basically, you can do in-browser state management with no back-end, or you can do in-browser state management talk to a back-end the normal old-fashioned ways, using Ajax and stuff like that, and forms, etc. Or you can go full live view with it, which they call server components. So it's like it's more capable than live view is in that way. With live view, you can only do one kind of state management, which means if you have like network problems, or if your thing needs to be really low latency, you're kind of stuck. Lustre doesn't have that. You can pick and choose whichever one works best for you, which I think is fantastic. Because in Phoenix Live View, you get to a point where you're like, oh, well, this bit, oh, we need to do it in JavaScript. Oh, what should we use for that? You never hit that point with Lustre. You're using Lustre the whole way. Good. Oh, and let's just check that I've set the right version I'm stammering, in the Gleam toml, which I have. And then in another window, I'm going to run Gleam publish, because I don't want to leak my API keys. That would be really sad. That'd be really sad. So Gleam community color does case true in a few places. That's really odd. Do I want to publish this package? Yes, I do. That's my username. And that's my password. And back to this one. Let's push those and let's push that. Good. One more. No, wait. One, three. Excuse me, I'm just mumbling to myself. Let's make a release. Good. Okay, now we can actually crack on with making this application. Now that I'm back to where I thought I was when we started. So in making your app, Gleam, add, I want Lustre. I want, hello Nicola, how's it going? Interesting. So it can go down the client side if you need it. This is tempting indeed. Thanks for the answer. No worries. I think most people are defaulting to the client side at the moment, which I think makes sense. I actually think that the live view pattern is not the best default. I personally think that I would rather server render and then do client side and then live view. That's my personally. I think that's how I would approach it for most kinds of applications. Like minimize the complexity and slowly increase it as needed. So what is the actual other thing I'm supposed to install now? Oh yeah, the thing I've just made. HTML. No, I can't remember what I called it. Lustre. No. Oh, it's here. It's on the screen. I can just copy paste it. So I'll add those. Very good. And then I think the documentation, the quick start for Lustre said that I need to. Where is it? I'm clicking around in a place you can't see. Sorry about that. I meant to add target and this code here. So let's grab this. Oh no. And that. Good. So what does it do? It makes an element. It says hello world. No, none of that. Hello Joe, obviously. And then we start an application and assert that it works. I need to work out to turn these lines off. They look really silly now. It used to be like a whole line and not just a bunch of pipes. Do you think I could update it maybe? Lazy sync. Already up to date. Okay, never mind then. And then I need to add the dev tools. Oh, it's taking a long time. That was odd. I wonder why it took so long. And then it says I can run a development server. Oh. Oh no. Oh, I know what this is. This is because I've just upgraded to the new OTP version and the FS application. The Lustre DevTools will work. The Lustre DevTools use an Erlang program called an Erlang library called FS, and it doesn't work on the latest Erlang OTP version yet. So I'm gonna downgrade to whichever one I was using before. This one. No. Right, let's try that again. So what do I run? That. The big master says, hi, hello. Nicola says, good, how are you? I'm very good. I'm trying out Lustre the way that most people use it for the first time, which is quite fun. Though I've already hit one annoying problem. We need to get that Erlang FS package working. That'd be really handy. Ooh, oh, look at that. He did a bunch of stuff. That's a nice experience. There's a load of warnings in all sorts of places. We need to fix these. In fact, I think I have fixed these. We need to get a new version of Mist released. So I want to go here. Nice. What happens if I, in my terminal right now that you can't see, I am going to edit the HTML and see what it does. Hello there. Does it auto update? Oh, it does. That's nice. How handy. It'd be cool if I had a layout set up where you could see both at the same time, but I've not done that, so. Since the dev tools are made with Gleam, you can use --help to get a nice text printout. Can I? Let's have a look at that. Let's see what that does. Oh. Oh no, that's going to Gleam run. So I'll do that. What's this? This is not a very good first intro to Lustre. I've hit two two tooling bugs already. What is this? Who can tell me what's happening here? Rob, you told me to run this command and it crashed. What does it mean? Come on, Rob. This is your thing. Why is it doing that? I know what it is. It's because oh, maybe this is a compiler bug. No, it's not. What? So it's running. I don't get why. Why would that be? No, I don't understand what the error is here. So I know what I've done wrong is I've put the dashes in the wrong place. They're supposed to go here, which is not clear to people what's happening there. So the first time we ran it, help was being interpreted as an argument to Gleam run. And I was like, oh, okay, let's stop them happening. Put these two dashes. That's just a shell thing. More or less, it's a shell convention, but I put it too early. So I put it here, so it's running my program. It's not running Lustre dev. But then it results in this error, which I don't understand. And this is an error from running... Oh, I know what this is. This is an error coming from me running inside Node the Lustre code, which I'm surprised about. Maybe it should be... Should that say global this.window because inside Node window isn't defined? Like that. Window is not defined. Yeah, I think this is a bug in Lustre, right? So let's go to let's try and fix that. Do I have Lustre here? No, I don't. Cool. Well, it's nice to find bugs, eh? What file did it say this was in? Client runtime. Here it is. I don't even need to open it in Vim. How nice. So this would work, right? So let's go back to Node. So window is an error, but global this dot window is undefined. Okay, and that's the paper one. There's a second pair Windows ref on that line. Yeah, but it won't ever evaluate if this one doesn't exist and this doesn't get evaluated because there's short circuits. Let's grab that error message. So Haley can see what a fool I am. Good morning, y'all. At least I think it's morning for everyone. It is nearly 1 in the afternoon for me, so it's only just not the morning. This is the ideal size pull request, I think. It's quite difficult to get this wrong. It's 10 PM for you. Oh. There we go. My first ever Lustre contribution. I think. I might have fixed a typo in the README at some point. Good. So the next thing I want to do is, I've forgotten what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to go for the quick start guide until I got to, oh, let's add this. I think this will be fun. So let's grab that. Go back over here. Which one is the one where I put this one? Is it this one? This one. Ah. Boom. Am I still running the server? No, I'm not. On the server. Does that happen every time? Is it a random cat? I really like this one though. That's really good. Let's open it. I don't want to lose this one, so let's open it a second time. It is. It's a random cat. Oh dear. That's Photoshop, surely. Oh. I really like this first one we got though. Coffee. I'm a bit tired. I was tired yesterday and I had to go to an exercise class, so I had some coffee in the evening, and then I was just like very awake at night. So this afternoon I'm a little slow. So this is the point at which I said I was going to switch over to here and try and work out how to do some Tailwind stuff. So I'm going to run this and just presume I can stumble through it. Oh, it would have been really nice to... Oh, it gave us a Tailwind config. It would have been really nice to use Git to tell what that command actually did. Is it just the Tailwind? Here's how to convert the thingies. Okay. Yes. How do I... is it like a Tailwind hello world? Free Tailwind component. Has anyone found for me a... Oh, I can't even use it directly either because it's got the... Oh, okay, let's just find a... Yes. I really don't like medium. It's very annoying. So let's just grab that singular button and then convert it into Lustre. So that'll be html.button. It's going to take an argument of a list of attributes. First one is going to be class, followed by all this nonsense. Oops. Boom. Gosh, that's quite verbose, isn't it? Oh, that's not how you do attributes in Lustre, I suppose. So how do you do that then? Is it attribute dot? Oh, look, it said class there. Boom. Yeah, it's a bit verbose. It would be nicer to have a. I guess that's the problem with Tailwind, I suppose. So let's go back here. Is this the one? Oh, I'm not running the server again. I'm such an idiot. Button. Okay, that's not styled. So I guess I'm missing something. Let's go back to the app and see what we've got. Okay, there's a priv static here. I'm not sure what this is. I don't think I need whatever this is. What about this? Okay, here's a Tailwind thing. So I guess I need to add a link. How do you do a link? How do you do a link in oh, this is how embarrassing. Link style sheet. I never remember which the attributes are. Which one of these is the least bad? MDN. Isaac's just posted it in chat. Isaac's got my back. I need to have attributes dot rel is style sheet, and the other thing I need is href. Okay. Which would be priv. What did I say it was? Priv static app CSS. Priv static app.css. Okay. Hey, nice. Tailwind's pretty cool, eh? Pretty cool. And if I'm just going to change. What am I going to do? Get rid of the bold. Does it change? What? Very slowly. What happens if I get rid of rounded? Pop. It's less round. It's not round at all. Gosh. I guess that sort of makes sense. Okay, so has anyone got a 2-column what's this thing called? I was going to say tail scale, but that's the VPN thing. Has anyone got a 2-column Tailwind component I can copy? Just one more utility class, bro. Just one more class that'll fix everything. Come on. That does seem to be how it works, Chris. Someone please post a 2-column layout so I don't have to do this. Fine, I'll do it. I'll try and do it. You can use a flex container. How do I do that? Oh dear, okay. Tailwind flex container. It'd be good if there was like a generator type thing. Oops. Okay. Okay. Use grid calls too. Oh. Tailwind grid calls. Ooh. 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 I mean that looks great. Let's copy that. So what is it meant to be? It's meant to be something like that. So I want to have. It's already getting a bit messy. Let's make a view function. What is this meant to return? Like a element dot element? Is this the thing? Node? Node? No. What is it? Element dot. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. So element of whatever. And what do we want to say? We want to say I want to wrap the whole thing in a layout. And the elements I want to put in are. Where's my hello world? Let's just pop that in for a start. And then let's make an accompanying layout, which is going to take a list of children. And that's going to be the rest of it. What is this? Oh, I don't know what element does. Okay. That doesn't help. Oh. Oh, okay, so the element thing needs to go here. Oh, I see. So I know what this is. This is okay. So the way this is working is that this is a function that turns a single element into a whole Lustre application that has no interactivity whatsoever, but you can still just run it in a browser. I have this probably horrific version for when I was playing around with Nakai. Oh, I'll have a look at what that says. Actually, let me just check that this thing works. Am I still running the server? I am. Let me just check that this works first. I've already got too many pages. Good, so that works. I habitually refreshed it even though you don't need to. And let's copy your example to somewhere. Yeah. I'm gonna try the two-column thing I threw together when I wasn't listening. Thanks, Isaac. HTML goes here. Lustre goes here. Oh, look at that! That looks perfect. Let's do that. Amazing. I'm gonna wholeheartedly take this. Thank you so much. That looks really good. This is why streaming is so much fun, because you've got all these like lovely people who will just help you with things. And I've got to manually convert this. And soon, when this is made, we'll be able to automatically convert it. Yeah. So div class grid calls to. Oh, this is somewhere that like Copilot would actually be quite handy, wouldn't it? So what have we got here? We have a HTML.section. Does it have any? It does have classes. Class. Okay. Text area. Oh, it's meant to take a string. Hello. HTML goes here. And then we can just double it again. Oh, it's a whole different thing. Boom. What does that look like? Hey! I was like, where is it? And I was looking up here. It's here! Fantastic. I'm new to Gleam. Awesome. Good to have you. Oh, I'm feeling slightly over caffeined. I've gone from too tired to too caffeined too quickly. Very good. I also had slightly too large a breakfast as well, so I'm feeling very strange today. Awesome. Why is this so small though? How do I make this like... How do I make this bigger? Can I do the whole... Can I do the same thing? Can I pop these on this one as well? Oh, I don't know what I just did there. Can I pop these on here as well? Will that do it? But I don't think I want it to have any... That's closer. Oh, it's all like grey. That's because I put text grey on it. So let's get rid of text grey. And I can get rid of this padding, I think. There we go. That looks a bit nicer. How do I do monospace? In like font mono. It is. Yeah, I'm so good at Tailwind. I'm so good at it. Okay, like, first impressions, Tailwind. Yeah, pretty nice. It is a bit verbose, isn't it? It would be nice if there was a more concise way of writing that. Why doesn't language server have go-to definition? What, like that? Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong. Okay, I'm trying to be snarky, but let me go back. Okay, question is, why doesn't the language server for NeoVim have go to definition or show details? So what, like show details or go to definition? It does have those things. You may find it works better with the nightly branch because the language server is super new. Like, it's the main thing I'm working on at the moment. So it's improving a lot and very quickly. We're about to release a new version of Gleam, and it will have loads of changes in it. But generally, like, you got to remember that Gleam is version 1.1 at the moment. Gleam reached version 1 2 months ago. The fact we have a language server at all is amazing. Elixir has been out for approaching a decade now, and their language server is a little bit more mature than ours. How do you try it? If you go to GitHub, Gleam, and then go to releases, and then search nightly, and go to assets. There you go. So the language server is built into the whole tool. All of the tooling is in one binary, so it's a new version of the language and everything. There's at least one bug in it, but I'm using it at the moment. We've not seen the bug, so I think we're okay. Isn't there 2 competing Elixir language servers? I think there's 4. There's definitely 3, but I think there's definitely at least 3. I think there's 4. They've got 3 language servers. Yeah, exactly. So, like, even if we were just as good, we've only got 1. No, we've got two. Someone else made one as well. There's an unofficial one. So you can have two Gleam ones. There you go. And that one has the whole call graph thing implemented, so it can do references as well, which is quite nice. I'm calling this a roaring success. The only thing I want to do now is like, how do I make it like the min size be at least the page height? Tailwind min height. Yeah, that's what I want. 100 view here. Min H screen. That's so nice. Like what a lovely DSL they've got. What would I put that on? H full. Oh. Do I put it on here? Oh, that's so nice. Add H screen to the top level div. Okay, I've gone for min H screen. If I just do H screen, is that because yeah, okay, and that scrolls like that. Okay, that's nice. Lovely. Look how easy that is. What a fantastic thing. The only thing I do want to change is can I use this color? How do you get a color in editor? Yeah, give me the color. How do I copy it? Oh, this is rubbish. Accent dark. What is it? How do I do it? How do I get? Oh. How do I get this color in Safari? It's none of those, is it? No, I don't know how to use Safari. How rubbish. Oh, Isaac's so good at all this CSS stuff. I just like, how do I do this? And then like they paste it. Okay. Use custom colors in line with Tailwind by doing this. Can I just set it as like, so in Tailwind, I'm speaking up my behind here. Can I tell it that whenever I say, oh no, it says gray this. Okay, so I don't want to do that. I want to do, let's just do the custom thing. Oh, that's the wrong color. And did it work? Is that the same color? I can't tell. I should do this other thing, says Isaac. Okay, I'm just gonna do literally anything he tells me to. Oh, that looks nice. And then lastly, I want to have a border around the entire thing, which I'm gonna guess is like border 2, and then I can do like a color, which I'm gonna use. Am I gonna be able to get that color? Let's find out. And accent muted. How do I get accent muted? Can I click on this? No. Oh, I was almost right. Isaac's like, no, it's two different things. Oops. Order. Hey, there we go. And yay! Oh, it's not quite what I want. I want it on here. I think. No, I don't. I'm wrong. I want it on the sections. Pop. Section. Nope. Oh, I was typing in the wrong thing anyway. It's a bit dim. Maybe that isn't actually good enough. Let me try changing the color to the classic. Yay, it's pink. Good. Okay, that'll do me. I'll just put it in the other one and then off I go. Pop. Now the middle line's too thick. How do I in thinning the middle line? Can I do like border 0? Yes. There we go. Oh no. Let's do it to on both of them. I like this Tailwind thing. It's not meant to be right, it's meant to be left. Awesome. Macos is a digital utility called Digital Color Meter. Yeah, I just want I want it to be built into the browser because then you don't have to like open another thing, click on the thing, copy the value at it, paste it in the other thing. In Firefox, you can just like click, and it gives you it. Like you can click on it and you see the hex code straight away, or you can click on it and there's an eyedrop and then you can eyedrop something else and it fills in the thing you've selected with it. Oh, iSense says, hello, how's it going? Pretty good. Pretty good. I've been meaning to learn Lustre. I'm actually learning Tailwind, not Scale. Excuse me. Trap Exit followed me. What a great name. Thank you so much. And Daramy also followed me. I didn't see either of you two. You snuck in. How did that happen, eh? I guess I was looking somewhere else. Hello there, young man. I don't get called young man very often. Thank you very much. I'm pretty happy with how this is going. That's like that's pretty great for a first Tailwind experience. So another thing I want to do is I want to move this to a placeholder. Hello. Paste your HTML here. No second exclamation mark. This is very formal. Right, so the next thing I want to do is I can go back to continuing with the what is it called? The what's this thing called? The quick start guide. So Ed, how old are you? If I'm the young man. I suppose I'm not that old, am I? But I feel like the Gleamlings as a whole are fairly, they're a fairly youthful, spriteful bunch. Okay, so adding interactivity, fantastic. That's what I want. We're going to move to a loop, not the element one. Okay, this is what I was saying before, that element is just a thing that turns just some HTML into rendering on a web page. Cool. We want to move to simple, and that has some ability to do some updating stuff, and it has an init function, an update function, a view. Cool, this all sounds very Elm. All feels very familiar. 25 or 26, can't remember. Oh, my friend, I'm quite a lot older than you are then. Okay, so let's change this to simple. And what are the... Oops. Simple. It would be nice if it showed the labels there, wouldn't it? And it's meant to be init update view. So fun init. I'm not sure what this is meant to return. I should probably read the docs. So I need to have a model. Where do flags come from? I don't see where the... Oh, this is flags. This thing is flags, I suppose. Yeah, okay, this is like the initial state type thing. So let's just copy what they've got for now. So we've got a model. And then we're going to have an update loop. Okay. Yes, the flags are for initial configuration. Cool. Again, very Elmy. Minute loop, you're going to need a message. Okay, let's just do that. Message. And then it says that my view is int to element message. Sorry, it's meant to be int, which is the model, to element message to... But instead I've got just a function that takes no arguments and returns an element of unspecified type. So, message and model. Okay. So that compiles now. Does it look the same? Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's also the wrong thing. Yeah, okay. Next up, we should try and use that. Yeah, let's grab this. So I'm going to need the ints library. And let's add this to the top of my layout. And I'm going to need this events module, which I don't know where that comes from. Lustre event, that makes sense. Is that compiling? No, I've got a syntax error somewhere. Here. Good. Nice styling. Is that because I'm using Tailwind? It's very funny. It looks rubbish. It works though. I don't know if you can see that, folks. It's very small. How do I make it bigger? Oop, that's the wrong button. Yay! What dreadful styling. Is that really the default? Okay, okay. Oops. There we go. So let's not do that. What is that in the top left? What, the little, that's the little, you know, that's the bit I just pasted in from the example. So I want to work out how to, oops, no, wrong one, this one. I want to work out how to, I don't want to talk to the outside world, that's if I can ignore all this. I want to learn how to work with forms. So there's an on click. Do you think there's like an on inputs? Read the rest of the guide. Managing state. Controlled inputs. That sounds like what I want. So user updated message, user reset message. So I'm going to want like user updated HTML, I guess. That sounds nice. How do I use that? Event on inputs. Okay, let's do that. So in my application, I'm going to change my message to have user updated HTML. And then I'm going to guess that takes a string. Neither of these messages work anymore. So when I have user updated HTML, that I'm just going to, what am I going to do? Let's import the IO. Oh, it takes an argument, doesn't it? HTML. I'm just going to print the HTML and then return the model exactly as it was. How many active contributors on Gleam at the moment? What do you mean? To the compiler or like to libraries or to something else. And then I don't need, oh, it says I don't need events anymore. That's good because that actually helps me because I need to add it to, where's the text area you type into? Events on it, isn't it on inputs? Oh. Oh, there it is. Yeah. On input, emits user updated HTML. So to Safari, to my application, console. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there are unread messages. Oh, I want to see everything, please. Here we go. Yeah, this Lustre thing's pretty easy, huh? What happens if I just paste something in? Nice. Good. Good. That seems like what we want. So the next thing we need to do is, so the model's not an int. That's not what we want. Let's make an actual type for this, like an actual record. Do we actually need anything? I think we just need like rendered HTML. That's going to be a string. Rendered HTML. Your HTML. Oh no, it's not rendered HTML, is it? It's like rendered Lustre. We can just start with nothing. And then in our view, we want to use the model. And we want to say that the stuff that goes in the second column is going to be the model dot rendered Lustre. Did that work? We got any error messages? That this int one can be removed. That sounds good. So remove unused imports, please. Thank you. Oh, but that doesn't do anything because I haven't actually updated this in any way. So if you give new HTML, please can you make me a model with a rendered Lustre as the HTML. Let's do that. Hello world. Yeah. Okay. Luster's cool. This is easy. And the next thing I want to do is let's convert the HTML to HTML. HTML is convert the okay. The moment of truth. It works. That's so easy. It's so easy. This is some code I want to convert. Is it that way? I always forget which way around it is. Is it that one? Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. How long did that take us? How long have we been doing this for? An hour and 20 minutes, and we were chatting for the first half hour. Oh, that's so good. How many people are contributing to Gleam at the moment? The core language. It's a very fast-paced development. Let's have a little look. Contribute yours. Come on, get up. You can do it. I believe in you. Come on, there we go. So in the last year, so that'll be from Come on. This is not an efficient way to do this. There we go. In the last year, we have had this many contributors, and of pretty big contributions, we've had been me. I do quite a lot. We've got the wonderful Jack, Ace Pie, Massive, Dependabot. Very, very meaningful contributions. And then a whole bunch of people doing impactful but sort of one-off type things. So on the properly regular, 4 people, but loads of little things going on as well. So it's one full-time person and then 3 part-time people plus, people do stuff that's here and there. This is great. This took way less time than I thought it was going to take. Is there anything that we should add to this? I can't think of anything. I think that's it, right? That's just ready to deploy and use. A copy button. That's a really good idea. Where would that go? Oh, the 2 simultaneously, Pink Joshi and Andro Top in YouTube and Twitch. No, the other way around. In Twitch and YouTube, both said exactly the same thing. Yeah, you're completely right. Let's commit this though. I like this. Let's go back over here. I don't need this. I'll move it later. Are these things meant to be included? Aren't they generated? Sure, whatever. Oh, I was committing, that's why I had that open. Add converter application, Lustre application. So how would we do that? We're going to do the hard bit first of how do I add a button? How do I make a floaty button? What's the correct way, folks? HTML.button. This is the bit I'm struggling with. That's so funny. Oh dear. Copy. Can I add oops. So I have is there an emoji thing in Vim? Copy go before or after the emoji? I don't know. Anyway, so come on, somebody who knows Lustre, not Lustre, Tailwind, tell me what I want to do. I think I want to have it positioned to the right. So do I do relative? Is that a thing? Oh, I'm gonna actually look at the docs, aren't I? Tailwind. Oh, Isaac to the rescue. I don't need Copilot, I've got Isaac. Oh, look, it looks horrible though. Okay. And BG something. Grounded. Oh, it looks really dreadful. Oh. Bold. That doesn't do a thing. You can't, the thing I'm trying to show you is that they're going, look everyone, just watch here. No, they didn't do it either. Isaac's just like pasting loads of really great stuff he's posting loads of really great stuff in chat, so I don't have to do any real programming. I just like copy it from Twitch and then I go, yeah, let me just did that move everything in my, if I do that, oh it does, it ruins my whole, if I accidentally click on my desktop, macOS very helpfully messes everything up. And oh, it's all light. I think it needs to be dark, right? Copy. I think we want slightly less. I think we want slightly less border maybe as well. Copy. I don't know. It all looks rubbish. I don't like this little document thing I've gone for here. Clipboard. That looks rubbish as well. That'll do. Someone who's better at this than I am can fix this. I'm going to just like confuse the heck out of everybody and like use icons that don't make any sense. There we go. I want the wand to be larger though. Magic. Well, I just want like a magical emoji that's really big. Come on, you. Come on. Come on, little computer, you can do it. Come on. Do it. Go. There we go. I'm going to go with the little zombie. Are you planning to do more of the Redis cloning Gleam? I sort of got to the end of the bits of the Redis I thought was fun. Because I thought the replication protocol would be good. And then I looked at it and it's just like quite a dense document. I went, oh, that doesn't look as fun. Maybe all the info stuff could be useful, or maybe I could go on to the SQLite track. I don't know. But yeah, probably at some point. I wasn't quite as excited by once I looked at the replication stuff as the rest of it. Although having said that, it was more that the document looked intimidating. The actual, you know, how it worked was really cool. I don't know. We just play it by ear. But this is a thing. So this is the thing that people will find useful, like, you know, day to day. So I want to have this. Can I do like that? Good. Good. Right, so the next thing, let's make that button do something. Because at the moment, oh, this is so confusing. At the moment I click on it and like it just doesn't do anything at all. So I'm gonna need user clicked copy. User clicked copy. Doo-doo. Good. And button on click. User clicked copy. And then what can I do when how do I do this then? Am I supposed to emit an event because my update late's meant to be pure, or do I just copy it directly in the, or do I just copy it directly in my update loop? I'm not sure what the intended thing is. Let's read the docs. Actually, no. Let's have a. I've been doing this for like an hour and a half. Let's have a really short break, like 2 minutes break. I might get some peanuts or something. and then we'll continue. Do 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 do. Press the button. Twitch. Press the button. Safari. Timer. Break. 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 Restarting. 2 min. Right. Bye. Hello, everybody. So, a lovely grey day here. It's quite rainy. It was super rainy yesterday. I cycled to my class like through a, you know, and it's so wet that you go within a minute you're completely drenched, and then it doesn't matter anymore. It's one of those. It was really good fun. Oh, apparently my website's just gone down. That doesn't sound right. No, it's still up. I guess that was a blip with my monitoring service. Oh, just got another message. Oh, The Gleam website just went down. I guess that is either GitHub Pages having a slight problem or my monitoring thing having a problem. I mean, the monitoring thing is on my network, so if I can reach it from this computer, I should be able to reach it from any of them. Don't know. Okay, cool. So the question is, what should I do here? Hey man, hey Daniel, hello. How's it going? I'm trying to decide. So we've made this lovely, quick recap for anyone who's just joined. We made this really lovely application as my first go at Lustre that converts HTML into Lustre syntax. It's really nice. I really like it. It was really easy to make. So yeah, pretty happy with that. I'm now trying to make this copy button, which is here. And so if you click on it, I want it to copy the contents of the clipboard. And in Elm, you've got to do this with ports. We don't have ports in... No, it's not that. In Gleam, we can do side effects. So I could just copy directly from the update loop, if you're familiar with T, but I'm not sure that's the right thing to do. So I want to look at the quick start guide and see if they suggest something in particular. So what is an effect? Oh. Yeah, I'm getting notifications that all sorts of things I've hosted on GitHub pages are going down. So I guess something is wrong with GitHub pages at the moment. What actually is an effect? An effect to describe a request the runtime should perform. Okay. I thought Gleam was a JavaScript framework. I'm laughing right now. It's quite different from JavaScript. But we're doing JavaScripty things. We're doing front-end things. This is using all these like... Okay, so I don't particularly like this example because it's showing it in the context of this like Lustre HTTP library. It doesn't show me how to actually make an effect. It's going, here's what an effect is, and then it doesn't show you what an effect is. I guess that might be that the actual effect API is like relatively complicated, so it would be confusing. So they want to hide that away. Yeah, maybe. So okay, an effect is opaque. Okay, so it's probably a function that goes from... It's probably a function that goes from something... What's A here? It's probably an effect that goes from message to nil. No, that's not right. It's a function that takes a function from message to nil and then returns nil. What does that mean? We got any Lustre folks in the chat? I don't... Maybe I've skipped past the bit that tells you. It's telling me like what it's used for, you know, what the concept is. I think I understand that. The bit I don't understand is like, spacing looks really odd, doesn't it? Why is there a big gap like here and here? That doesn't sound right. It doesn't tell me what... Like, actually, how do you make a... Oh, I see. This callback is called a dispatch function, so you can send you... If I just read the text that's immediately in front of my face, I would understand what's going on. Nice. Okay. Good. So let's try and work out how to copy to clipboard JavaScript. Actually, first let's just see if anyone's made a package for this. No one's made a package for this. Or copy? Copy. No. So MDN. Clipboard. Limited availability. Really? Really? What's this browser that... Oh, Firefox for Android doesn't let you do it. But write text... Oh no, write text was everywhere, but that's probably what I want. So... Await navigator clipboard. Write text. Okay. Oh, Plinth has it. Plinth has it, apparently. Excellent. Plinth. Documentation. Thank you, Andrew. Andrew. Clipboard. Nice. Read text. Write text. That looks easy. Okay, let's do that. So, Gleam, add plinth. Of course plinth has it. Like, Peter's just amazing. And then we can say import plinth, clipboard, and hi, I'm from Discord earlier. Be a pleasure to watch. Great to have you. Thanks for dropping by. Let's get this bit of coding is going very well for me. So I think we can just do okay, so we need to convert our application to work with application. So init is now supposed to return an effect. Okay. Where does that come from? That's a bit annoying. I don't know what the type of the effect should be. Oh. Okay, so update is now also supposed to return message. Is that right? Okay, that compiles again. Let's see if it still works in the browser. Good, that still works. And now copy effects. Dispatch. So it said it takes a dispatch function, then it does something. Clipboard. No. Write text. And we need the contents of the model this time. Model.rendered Lustre. So, and then we can just return the model and this copy effect. Oh, so what's it doing wrong? It's meant to return nil. Oh, that's interesting. So it has to return nil at the end. Why does it have to return nil? Can't it just return like anything? I'm surprised by that. So we're throwing away any errors here. That's probably okay. Yeah, I'm surprised you can't just do that, but I don't know. One extra line. So, hello, copy. It'd be nice if there was some sort of feedback. That felt bad. Like I clicked copy and nothing happens. But it did copy. Can we add an how in HTML and CSS and all that rubbish, all that lovely stuff that I think is actually the best way to make UIs, because mobile development sucks, native development sucks. How does one, if I want to have an animation that just plays once, how would I do that? Do I need to hook into request animation frame to like toggle a class on and toggle it off again? Sounds a bit rubbish. Front-endy people in the chat, how do I do this? What's the best way to do it? Make animation run when button is clicked. Oh, I just like add and remove a... I can't do that declaratively though. That's annoying. Do I need like a request animation frame type thing? Use Tailwind for animation. Ah, thank you. Where do I press now? First message as well, being super helpful. Where? No, I was gonna search for your name. So funny. There we go. Good. If I just wanted to run it once though. Look at that. That's lovely. Tailwind, run animation once on click. Hello, Mr. Gleam man. Hello, Anonymous. How's it going? Tailwind, example animation thingies. I think it's pretty cool that, you know, we've made a very slick app, and the thing I'm struggling with is basic HTML and CSS. Oh, lovely. Oh, yeah, none of these are quite what I want. So what I think I'm gonna do, I think what I want to do is, gosh, that looks monstrous. I think what I'm, go away. I think I'm gonna use request animation frame to. Am I? I don't know. I'm not sure. I know there's a toast library. I could use that. I kind of wanted the button to go and like just like move a little bit. Is that the legendary snake camel case? Yeah, that's the case of a snake that's eaten a camel. Okay. I wish Haley was here. She would tell me like what the right way to do this is. So what if I just, let's start by like try and make it do something when you press the button. Animate bounce. That's cute. It's not very bold though, is it? Ping, spin. Spin, ping, pulse, bounce. You can conditionally render. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I could make it say. Oh, Nerfros, thank you for the sub, and the Prime sub as well. Yeah, thank you so much. Very kind. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna change my name to Nerf Gleam. Yeah, you do. Take that, Rust. We're taking over. No borrowed checkers here. Animate ping. Let's do the ping thing. That looks really cute. So let's just add it on and see what it looks like for now. But Dion. Animate ping. What does that look like? I've got way too many tabs open. That looks rubbish. That's not at all what I want. Maybe I don't want to. Where are the animations? Bing, pulse. Oh, wrong one. Oh, wrong one. I want to click over here and go here. Animate pulse. What does that look like? It's too subtle. Cool. So let's just try and change the text. I think that's what we want. So let's just undo. Ooh, let's undo all those things. Let's add to our model. Copy button text. Text is going to be when you add the classes, it should only run once if you don't say infinite, and then there is an animation end event which you can remove them again. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Maybe if I had a good animation to apply, I think that would probably be the way to go. So default text is copy button text. Very good. So copied. What kind of silly emoji thing should I add here? I'm gonna do little hearts. There we go. So when so how are we gonna make this? Let's make our let's extract this into a function. Copy to clipboard. Model dot rendered lustre. What did I call it again? Copy to clipboard, that's what I called it. And it needs to take the dispatch as well as the content, so just finished the list ops exorcism task. That was the most fun one yet as a functional programming noob. Yeah, manipulating lists is really fun in functional programming. It's great stuff. Everyone check out Exorcism if you want a nice place to practice your functional programming or programming in general. So I think what I want to do is only change the text after it's successfully copied. So let me check what the API is for plinth again. Plinth says it returns a string if it's okay. Maybe we'll just ignore the error case for now, I think. Nerf Ross says, can't recommend it enough, especially since there are no barriers and paywalls. That's true. That's the Exorcism. I'm going to open it while I'm talking about it. Exorcism. Exorcism is fantastic. It's got like loads of courses, loads of content, loads of languages. You can be mentored by people for free. I'm supposed to be mentoring the Gleam tracks, but I can't. I've never heard of this language before. But I can't keep up with it. So if anyone else wants to help mentor, oh bums, sorry, I've clicked on the thing. I've not heard of this language before. Looks interesting. Anyway. Got loads of content, loads of courses, loads of languages. You can be mentored by people, and it's all free, which is shocking, frankly. There is like a paid thing you can join, or you can get it for helping loads with mentoring or contributing to it because it's all open source. But you don't need to. Like, it's all just a few extra perks, which I honestly think you probably should. Oh, cool! You get. I didn't know you could do this. I mean, you should probably support them because they're great, but the fact you don't have to is brilliant. Such a fantastic resource. So go do that. Go do that. Don't need this anymore. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. So I want. I want to set timeout. There we go. Cool. So it's inside JavaScript global. So I'm gonna need promise library. Oh no, but I haven't added that one. Gleam add Gleam JavaScript. Why is it so slow to resolve versions at the moment? Isn't that strange? Not normally that slow. Import JavaScript from promise and import global. So use does it? Oh, that's why. What's this moaning about? It's saying, oh, I'm returning that one. I'm going to return a promise. Oh, that's annoying. So I can't actually return a promise from this effect thing, which is slightly awkward, but that's okay. And after I want to check the results, and if it is okay. Oh, Nate, thanks for the follow, my friend. So if it's okay, I would like to call set timeout. What does that do? If it's anything else, I do nothing. I'm gonna guess it's got the same API as the regular set timeout. What a bizarre API. Why would you ever do that? Is that really right? Why would you ever have a function take nil as an argument? What's the reason for that? Global FFI, global FFI. That's just a bug. I'm sure that's a design bug. That should not be like what. There's no point of ever having a function take nil as an argument. Oh, that's so strange. Gleam looks really interesting. On my list of things to try soon. Thank you. Why would you ever have it take nil? Truly bizarre. Anyway, so I'd really like it if the argument, the function was last, because then you could use it. Ah, Moomaman _ thank you very much. And then at this point I want to dispatch another event to say please reset the copy text. So let's say copy feedback window ended. So let's add that. Feedback copy window ended. Let's leave that for now. And let's just dispatch it in here. So we need the dispatch function now. Yeah, it's annoying that this... I want this to be slightly... This API is not what I want. Dispatch... Dispatch... Fun... What does it return? Fun... Message? Message? Nil? Is that right? Copy feedback window ended. It's kind of weird looking. Maybe I just pretend it never returns anything. Oh, I really would love to be able to use this. That's so annoying. Okay. So when you've clicked the copy button, I want to say that the model, the copy button text changes to the copy button text copied. And when the window's ended, you change it to the copy button text none. Can't spell none. Defaults. I think that might be it. Let's give it a try. Copy. Nice. Awesome. I thought maybe that was a bit too long. Maybe just 1 second is the way to go. And that did work. Timeout. There we go. Oh, I'm in the way. Pop. Pop. Yeah, that feels good. Nice. Does the JavaScript FFI run a decoder on the arguments to turn them into Gleam values and throws if the arities don't match? No, it does not. Would it let you have dispatch copy window ended instead of fun dispatch? Oh, let's have a look. What if the API was different? No, because you still need to have a zero arity one here, but I could write it like this. Let's just pretend this works for now. I could write it like that. I think that's way nicer. Yeah, it's not great. I'm gonna make my own set timeout. Because that's just annoying. Oh, and it's over constrained as well. It says you need to return nil. That's also over constrained. There we go. Oh, I see. Could you do that? What you've written would dispatch immediately. I was wondering if the fun nil was their way of saying you could pass any function, but it's not though. You're explicitly saying so that the nil argument is redundant because it's the same thing as nil can never hold any data, right? So it's the same as not having an argument. So why have it at all? And returning nil is overly constrained because set timeout doesn't do anything with whatever you return. So it's like you can just return anything you want. Maybe it's their way of suggesting that it's to enforce you to to try and keep you. Maybe it's to try and make you remember that this is a side effecting function, perhaps. Maybe that's the argument, but this is just, that's just pointless, in my opinion. I don't know if you can hear that, but someone's really going to town with an electric drill in my upstairs, in my block. Good. I think that's pretty much done. How exciting! That wasn't bad, I think, for a first time learning Lustre. I can't even think of anything else you'd want to add to this. I think it's good. Whatever happened to Elm? People are still using it quite happily. They've not had. Oh, someone's phoning me. Who's phoning me? Oh, I don't know that number. I might need some. It's a very important looking number. Let me search it and see if it comes up with anything. It is a. I think this is a scam. Yeah, this is a scam. I can tell because I've searched the number up, and it's loads of badly written, broken English comments being like, "This person helped me with accounts. You should trust them." Good. Well, I'm glad I didn't hang up the stream to try and work out what it is. On this page, 2 people have rated this phone number as dangerous. Okay, good. Good. So I guess a nice thing to do now would be to try and deploy this nonsense, eh? Unless somebody has any ideas of other things we'd like to add. It'd be cool to going from not having used Lustre for like anything in the browser to having deployed something in. How long have we been doing this for? 2 hours. That's not bad. Copy button. Let's push those as well. I've got one bit of hair that's loose. It's very. Where's it gone? It's very annoying. I'm clearly very good at keeping track of my hair. The Elm people are calling. Elm's cool. But yeah, they've not had a release in a long time, which I think makes some people uncomfortable. And there's loads of bugs that have pull requests that haven't been merged, which we know that is a problem, unfortunately. So what am I gonna do? Let's go over to this. Where do I have something that gets deployed like that? I do have a web application that's entirely set. The tour, that's what I can copy. The tour. Wait, I don't actually know how to compile this yet. Is there like a Lustre build? Quick start guide. Are we on it? Yeah, we are on it. La 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 la. Okay. Lustre dev starts. Let's just try and guess it. So the command that I've been running to do everything is that. What happens if I run just Lustre dev? Subcommands build and bundle your entire Lustre application. The generated JavaScript module calls your app's main on page load and can be included in any web page without Gleam or Lustre present. Okay, let's see what that does. Build. Bundle produced. Okay. Oh, am I meant to literally just serve? Am I meant to serve these? Oh. Oh. I've been committing. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, did I miss that in the quick start guide? Or did they just not tell you that you're supposed to git ignore that directory? Oh, that is annoying. I'll make an issue for that. Quick start guide does not direct you to git ignore compiled outputs. Hello, I followed the guide and then git committed and unfortunately added the compiled output to my git source tree. Oops, it would be good if the guide warned you not to do this, or if the tooling warned you in some fashion. Thanks, Louis. So the other thing I'm noticing about this, other than the fact I've put it into there, is this isn't minified. Like if I'm bundling, surely I also want to minify. There must be something about that in the docs, right? So that would be in the dev docs. Dev documentation minify, bundle and minify. Okay. Oh. Minify. Okay, it says minify a bunch of times. Ah, okay, you got to pass this minify flag. I didn't say. I just ran this right. I didn't have the word app. Maybe it defaults to just app. Okay. What did I run? Dev build app. Does that do something different? Minify. Why doesn't that show me any differences? That's not minified. This is a bit confusing. That's not minified. What have I done wrong here, folks? It says something's changed, but I can't see any difference. There's now a mini file as well. Oh, yeah, this is like, I would not say that this is a particularly obvious, like that. Well, yeah, all these steps are a little bit rough around the edges. I guess there's docs on deployment still to come. ZDH says, ZDS says hi. Hey, hello. Thank you, Pink Joshi, very helpful. I wouldn't have guessed that. So, where's the index? Because the DevTools gives me an index page. Does it not give me? Yeah, Pink's. I was caught by that for like half an hour. Okay, yeah. So we're all confused by that. But it hasn't given me an index HTML though. So like, what? If I run start, it gives me an index, but this doesn't. What? Is there a way to get it out? Index. No. Index. So but I want it to be the same index as the one that dev start uses. So how do I get that? Because it clearly has one, right? So like, let me run the dev server again. Where is it? Here it is. So if I go to, how do you just view? Oh, the colors are different. View page source. Okay. I guess we take that. No, I don't understand. Because I want this connect reconnect thing in dev, I presume. So let's try and figure it out by looking at the dev tools. So we've looked at both pages of the docs. They did not include information on how to do that. So I'm going to have to look at the code, I think. Ooh. So let's look at... okay, so when I was running build, it runs build up for me. So let's go to... build... Oh, I can run help, can I? Okay, so what? Let's try that. Build app help. Use a file other than MGS for the JavaScript. Minify. There's nothing there about in HTML or index. I just realized you're the person who replied to a thread in the Reddit about Elm. I can't believe I asked you the same question. Small world, huh? So I guess you just can't do that. That's confusing. That's really confusing. Isaac's saying there should be an index file in the root. Okay. So I guess that's in here. Proxy, detect Tailwind entry. Nothing in here about an index file. Ah, okay. Oh my gosh! Justin, thank you so much. Justin has subscribed to Prime. I can only presume that me being confused is the most satisfying thing I can do on stream, and you just can't wait to see more of me being slightly baffled by actually quite a nice tool, but just the documentation doesn't seem to be finished. So, oh, there's a template thing. Oh, let's try and do that. Okay. So, help, add, oh, is it? This is template right here. Can I not use this? What does CLI template do? CLI template, where's CLI? CLI, where's my template? Come on. Template, is it just not exposed? Is it like the other ones are exposed, this one isn't? Where are the things I can match? How does this work? One of allowed. Where does that come from? Oh no, this is just OS. So oh, this is I see, because this is ES build. Oh, okay. So let's go to the CLI again. This is the wrong thing. Where's just the entry point? Lustre dev. And I can add ES build, I can add Tailwind. Oh, but they haven't exposed adding this entry point with index. Here we go. Okay. Maybe it should just like automatically give you that. Index.headToMill. Oh, what? It already is here. Oh, that is okay. That's even more confusing. Why doesn't it tell you that? Why doesn't it tell you that? That's I'm actually quite irritated by that. How rubbish, right? What did I actually call this application? I called it app. HTML Lustre converter. Lustre HTML converter. I've changed the name. That annoys me. Okay. Oh well. And then this is all rubbish. All the things in here, and priv static should be ignored. And now I can run Gleam. Yeah, let's Gleam run Lustre dev build app minify. But that's not going to work because my index is in the wrong place. Yeah, look, it doesn't. It just. And then if you look at this is referring to app.js, which isn't the right thing. How are you intended to deploy this? Let's make another issue. Build app. Build app does not include HTML file. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure what the what should this do. How to use index.html with build up. Hello, I'm trying to deploy my application, but I'm having a problem where I don't know how to get the index.html file for the compiled application. The build command doesn't move it to the priv static directory, and if you use the minify flag, Lustre uses writes the output files to a different location than normal, so you can't copy it directly across. I was expecting it to copy. I'm not going to put my expectations. What's the right way to do this? Thanks, Louis. Ooh. So Andrew says you copy the HTML to the priv directory into their own directory and then deploy that directory. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Because the paths are different. You might need to change the HTML. Yeah, exactly. So like the point is that this is tooling for compiling your application that outputs invalid code that you then have to manually modify. That's pants. I think this should output like, here's the directory, serve this. You know, I think that's the way it should work. No build process should ever involve and then copy files from the output directory and then modify them. You haven't finished compiling them. Yeah, it just doesn't do the Isaac says issue needs clarifying the logs that there's a HTML file spat out by the build tool, right? I guess so, but you should also document that that's there. Like it should tell me, and if I miss that, which is very likely, you should in the doc say, and you can edit, edit your HTML here or something like that. So I don't know how to deploy this at the moment. Okay, let's try and do something. So if I cat index, and then if I, if I cat index, are you sure I want to remove something? No, I don't want to do that. What's it going on about? And then I can set it to replace app.mgs with, okay, let's try this again. So I want to edit this. Priv static app.mjs with just app.min.mjs. And then I want to do the same thing again for the CSS. Where is the CSS? Oh. How does the CSS get into the thing? Wait, hold on. Oh, I did it in Lustre. Oh. Oh. Okay, so I need to change that from app Gleam link. Oh, I can just get rid of this then, can't I? That's why it flashed as well. I don't need that. And then this will be okay. That makes more sense now. And then where does the layout get used? Don't need that anymore. Slowly starting to understand. Let's make sure this still works. Start, was it? Cool. Cool, that all still works. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Don't need that. Let's go to the tour. And then let's check out their workflows. Nice deploy workflow. Let's copy that. GitHub workflows test deploy.yaml. So deploy on main. Don't need to download the compiler anymore. It's not Gleam run now, it's Gleam. How do you do it? It's this command here. Minify, and then I need to modify a bunch of random jazz, which is annoying. Remove once Lustre the dev tools have a way to build deploy ready code. Name. What do I call this? Prepare assets for deployment. Run. I think I can use like a little pipe like that. So I want to copy. No, I want a cat index.html. Did I have this set stuff here? I guess not. Is it in here? Is it in here? No, okay. So index. And for JS, MJS, I think that's right. Nice. And then I want to output that to priv static index.html. What's my watch complaining about? My watch says it's time to stand, but I am already standing, so I have no idea what's going on about. So let's run this and see if it does what that's because I need to be in app at the time. Let's try that again. Now if I look at what that has generated, admin.css and admin.mjs, I think that's right. Do I have an admin? I've got an admin CSS, I've got an admin MJS. Fantastic. And how do you set the working directory? Ooh! Pankuji-kun. Pankuji-kun. Thank you very much for the follow. That's put a smile on my face. How do you set the working directory for everything, for the whole thing? There must be a way to do that, right? Working, no? I can just CD, I suppose. It's a bit rubbish. Okay, I'll just CD everywhere. Is this answerable? No, this is GitHub Actions workflows. CD app. Oh! Joaquinol. Joaquinol? Let's go with that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, bud. Gleam looks good, does it not? I think Gleam looks lovely. I'm a big fan of Gleam. So, and I want to deploy app priv static. And then that gets deployed to pages. I think that might be everything. So I've got a deploy workflow. I've changed the index. I've removed the precompiled assets from Git. Ooh, that was embarrassing. Come on. And then I've removed some code from that to remove the layout. Good. Let's try it. Try and deploy. Let's see what that does. And this is in, I can find this from my profile, probably most easy. Repositories. Lustre, combatia. Actions. Oh. Why is the tests failing every time? Oh no. Why do they all fail? Deno's not found. Okay. Deno, GitHub, Actions. That's quite funny. What if I don't care? I guess I just add that. Test. Add Deno to CI. There we go. Let's see if that works a little bit better, eh? Oh, it's only got test here. Where's the other one? Did I add it to the wrong place? Ah, yeah, okay, there we go. So I've accidentally got two. Whoop, there we go. I've accidentally got two workflow folders because I made a project inside a project. So if you go here, there's only one workflow. Ooh. Did I update the right one? I did, good. If you go to app, you see I've got two here. So we can get rid of the test one and put the deploy one in the other one. And then we can get rid of all the stuff in here that we don't need, like the whole GitHub directory we don't need. Yes. And let's, no. Is there? Okay. What did I change then? Yeah, that's there. That's there. Good. No, fuck it. Stuff it. Let's just delete the whole. What am I saying here? Ooh, it's the converter wrapped in a website, so you can use it from your browser. How convenient. Try again. What was that file explorer? That was mini files. I like it because it gives you both a file tree and it lets you edit the files from within its oil lets you edit the files, but it doesn't give you a file tree. And I was like, it's just a little bit. I want a little bit more, you know, that mainstream visual thing going on. Sup, bud? How's it going? Hey, it's going very well. I've done my first bit of Gleam. No, I've not. I've done lots of Gleam. My first bit of Lustre in the browser today, and it's gone very smoothly. I'm trying to deploy it now, and the deployment has been the bit that's actually taken the longest out of all of it. We'll just have to see if it works. Yes, mini files. Mini files. That's not helpful at all. Oh, no, it is. It's right here. Look. It's good. I recommend. It probably does loads of things that I don't know how to do as well. But oh, it didn't work. Please verify the pages. Okay. Settings, pages, GitHub Actions. Is it on? Let's run it again. Do. Come on, I really want to. Wait, that's a Spice Girls song, isn't it? I really want to go from like never used it to deployed in one sitting. Come on, ooh, is this new? This like little bar progress thing. That's cool. What a nice little UX, eh? Spice Girls confirmed, the original Zig fans. Someone should make a Zig framework called Zig R. Oh, what was that? Someone outside is screaming. This seems to be taking a long time. What's going on here? I guess it just takes a long time to... I say long time. It's like been like 27 seconds. That's longer than I thought it would take. Yeah, why did that take so long? Oh, it's all the downloading Tailwind and all that stuff. Cool, that claims to have deployed. And deployments. Oh, yes. Hey, very nice. And let's give it a test. It probably doesn't work. It does work. Hello, Joe. Why is that? What font is this using? Is that monospace? How do I find out what font I'm using in font? Oh, system UI monospace. Okay, I guess I'm just not used to what Apple does. Victory. Oh, that one. Yay! Awesome. Hey Louis, have you seen an increase in funds since version 1 and all the attention? Did it correlate somewhere? Yes, I have. I can't remember how much it's gone up by. It's gone up by maybe a quarter, I think. We didn't get any corporate sponsors from it, which was a bit disappointing, to be honest. There was a few people who expressed an interest, and then it just didn't really go anywhere. That's just the kind of nature of these things. Like everyone's very keen until it comes to the time when they have to sign the check, and then it gets slow. But hopefully as more companies start to use Gleam, like heavily, then they'll want to, pay some money to support the ecosystem. Is the hope. We'll see. And then there's other things to do long term, but right now we're focusing on just like getting the language server and tooling working really well. Oh, Jon Jonsson, thank you very much. Thank you for the follow. And until then, I'll keep Twitch streaming, which earns me like a solid like $10 per stream. Oh dear. Whoa! Oh my gosh, everybody's here. And what a bad time as well, because I was just like, I've just finished. Hello, everybody. Oh, thank you so much for joining. Have you been doing, I see you've been doing effect TypeScript a lot lately. Was that the subject of today's one? How do you shout out? Shout out. Boom. Get a Tesco meal deal with your stream earnings, Louis. Yeah, and maybe a can of Tesco's cheapest lager beer to celebrate. Yeah, I've been working on Effect Twitch integrations. Nice, very nice. I've been doing my Lustre is the framework for front end web stuff in Gleam. It's very good actually. It does the whole Elm thing, Elm React in browser stuff, but it also does live view. Or you can just use it for server rendering. I'm really boring, so I use it for server rendering. And it was my first time writing like a proper in-browser application today. And I made this thing. So it's just a page. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger actually. There we go. And you type in your this is HTML, and it converts it into Lustre syntax for you. So you can just take it like in components from like, I don't know, Tailwind components example. Go on. Sure. Can I copy one of you folks? Oh, I want to use this in my Lustre application. Yeah, definitely. Oh no, now I've got to convert all of this to oh, there's a button here. I should have just pressed that. I want to, but now I need to convert it to Lustre by hand. Maybe I use ChatGPT or something. Nah, you can just pop it in. Whoosh, pop it in there, and that gives you all the Gleam code you need to use it. Ah, how cool is that, eh? Oh, I've got a follow. Thank you very much, WebDevTU. So there you go. I think that's going to be super handy, and it was just a really nice little, can we do this in Lustre? And Federico, thank you. Yeah, and all the Lustre stuff went super smoothly. The bits in terms of like the most easy was Lustre. The next slightly more difficult, still pretty easy thing was using Tailwind, because I've never used Tailwind before. Seems cool, I like it. And the bit that I got stuck on was just trying to deploy it. Like I knew what I wanted to do, but I wasn't. It seemed like the Lustre dev tools. I guess the clue's in the name. They're called dev tools. They're not called like production build tools. I said that, I was like, oh yeah, that's why it doesn't do what I want. I'm just an idiot. Okay, so it didn't give me like a HTML file that had all the links and stuff in that I wanted, so I had to like slightly do that myself, which was like, okay, I'm not sure what the intended way to do this is, so I got confused. But it all worked, and now we've deployed it. This is here. I need to share this somewhere. I guess I like share this in Discord. It would be really good if people could find it easily, because I think that probably everyone who uses Lustre is going to at some point want to like convert some bit of example HTML into some Lustre. Lustre LSP plus code actions to generate this. Oh, that's a cool idea. That's a really cool idea. I wonder. Lustre LSP. I guess you could like run multiple LSPs at the same time. I don't know. Yeah, that's a really cool idea. FXTS supports the actor model. That's interesting. I mean, in the same way we've got, we've got, Gleam OTP. Maybe we could have like, just a hex package for the wraps effects, like effects actor or something. Maybe. I think it'll probably still have like some different properties to. I don't know. It sounds cool. It could be worth exploring. It uses the yield syntax a lot in JavaScript, which doesn't map super well onto Gleam. How would that work? I'm not sure. Anyway, it's cool stuff. I want to whip up a proof of concept. That would be cool. So someone who isn't me do it. But I did it now. What should we you want to write some opinion bindings to the APIs that hides the yield stuff. Yeah. I mean, I don't actually know how it works because I haven't done any more than read examples and go, oh, cool. So I don't know exactly what's required. How easily can you wrap up yield? I don't know. The generator syntax is not required. Ah, there we go. So that's useful. What should we do now? Because I've just finished the application I was going to make. Oh, hello, newbie. You want to come in? No, he doesn't. So I don't know what to do now. I feel like since I've just been raided and I've got all you lovely folks, I should do something similar. Not raid someone. I meant I should do a thing. Is there more we could add to our delightful? Oh, actually, I should make sure I No. Where is the URL? Was it here? Yes. Let's pop that on the web page at least so people can find it. Enter a valid URL. What a rubbish message to put in your UI. Enter a valid URL. I wanted to put an invalid. Oh, I can just click that. What's coming in the next release? Oh, the next release is going to be fantastic. So I think I made a few weeks ago, in part because people get asking me what the state of the project is, what's the next release. No, that's not true. You can look at the changelog to work out what's the next release, but people get asking me like, what's next? And I could never be that bothered to put work into like maintaining some sort of backlog thing because it doesn't really help me very much. But I was having an issue where people would say they want to help, and I said, oh, the language server is the current focus, but it's really unclear what the next steps are in the development of the language. What the next steps are in the development of the language server. So I wanted to make a roadmap so that not only can people look at it and go, oh, that's what's coming next, but the people who want to contribute can, figure out what the best issues are. How do I get to Gleam? This one. Projets. Yeah. So this is the next milestone. Oh, it's a bit tight. We've only got one thing to fix, which is this bug. And we've got auto-completion of types and values inside import syntax. We had auto-completion of the modules, so now we can auto-complete like anything you import unqualified. Let's try and do a demo. Let's be brave and see if it works. Probably won't at this rate. App. So for example, say I imported option. And then I want to import from results or to results or some or none or just the type itself actually. There you go. So now I can import those. Oh, really? I don't have a code action to remove these? I thought I did. I've got a code action for removing unused imports, but I guess not the unqualified ones. What other cool things have we got? Do not ask the client to tell us about. No, that's boring. That's sort of a bug fix. That was language servers and clients can broadcast like I support this part of the spec. Oh, I support this part of the spec. And previously, the Gleam language server would say, do you support this? And Neovim would say, no. And Gleam would be, okay, do it anyway. Neovim very graciously just ignored all of these requests. But, yeah. So now it actually does respect what you've asked it to do. And the consequence of that was that we used to ask Neovim to tell us when there has been a change to gleam.toml. So that would be this file. And this is the file, let's get rid of that. This is the file where you like list your, oh, bums. Here we go, this file. This is the file where you list your dependencies and what have you. So the most common reason this would change is that you would say, Gleam add, I'll add the Tom library. It's taken a lot longer to resolve dependencies than it used to. I'm not sure why. Load file because it's changed. Yeah, look, now we've got this Tom library that wasn't in before. But the language server, because it relied on the client to tell you when that happened, it wouldn't know that a dependency has been added. And so when you try to import it into your code, it would say, what, I don't know, what's this module you're talking about? I have no idea what's going on. So you'd have to restart your language server or restart the editor. Does the language server... Oh, okay, and I fixed that by whenever it's asking to compile, it checks the modification time and the SHA of the fingerprint of the file of gleam.toml, and if it has, then it invalidates the cache, reloads everything, and then it recompiles any new deps. Does Gleam's LSP support inlay hints? No, there is a pull request for it that ended up being very big and had some problems and got split down into parts. The first part, last I looked, had some feedback from me that needed to be completed, although I haven't checked on it in a while, so maybe it's possible that they've updated it and not told me. So I should have a look at that. But we're pretty close to it. It was just about knowing how to print types, not just in a way that makes sense in general in the abstract, but makes sense in the specific context of your application is the interesting bit. So for example, if you have aliased int to be integer for some reason, so you've shadowed the string type for some reason. What a terrible idea, but say you've done that. We want to show when it's a real string, not the real string, that's the wrong term. When it's like the prelude string, we probably need to qualify in that case, so it wouldn't be your shadowed definition. So yeah, printing becomes a lot more complicated if you're trying to do it like in the context of a module. So that's the thing. But once we've got that, I think it should be pretty quick to get inline hints. It looked like the original pull request had done most of it, to be honest. What are the other things we've done for new Gleam? Done that. Talked about that. Oh, this is really cute. So, let's make a new function in here called, I don't know, something. So A is an int, and B is also, you guessed it, an int. And let's pattern match on both of them. I come from another language, so if I want to pattern match on both of them, I'm going to put it in a tuple. That's what the syntax is. And then say if it's 1 and a 1, we want to say they are both 1. If the first one is 1, we can say the first is 1. If the second is 1, say the second is 1. Otherwise, we say, my fingers are one space to the left. Neither is 1. Boom. Let's make that public to get rid of the warning. So Gleam actually gives us a diagnostic here complaining. Really excited for it. Big boost for Gleam. You'll be able to toggle inferred types on and off. Yes, I agree. So I think that is the way I would like to go with inlay hints. So like have a button you press and then whoosh, loads more information. Oh gosh! Coffee on me. Keep up the stellar work. Thank you so much. Oh, my bit goal has been met. Thank you so much. Very kind, super duper. Oh, I've been derailed. So Gleam gives you warning this point because like Gleam has a feature where case expressions can have multiple subjects. So you say you don't need to wrap them in a tuple and get rid of them. So we've got a new language action. If this better work now, because I've not tested it. It'd be really sad if it doesn't. What's that noise? Someone's running a chainsaw in my garden. I hope it's not too loud, folks. So we can say code action, remove redundant tuples. Yeah, it worked. So that's a really nice code action. I'm really impressed with how they implemented that. I thought it was going to be much harder than they. Well, I mean, it was pretty hard to figure out, but like they implemented it really cleanly, and I thought it was going to be kind of crusty. But the really big thing is that we spent loads of time making the like the language server fault tolerance, or like the compiler fault tolerant, really having fault tolerant analysis, which means that you can have information about the code even when in the presence of errors. So I'll give you an example. So previously, if you had some invalid code, not a string, it's an int. We've got a type error now. Previously, this means that any point from here on out, you wouldn't get any further information about the code base. So if I were to try and like look up, like what's this, or what's this, or what's this, it would only have information if these things were in the same place they were last time the code. Oh, hi newbie. Oh, he's lying on my feet. He's very cute. He's a cat, for context. But now, when we see an error, we keep track of the fact there's an error and insert some suitable placeholder in scope, so continue compilation, and then we just keep marching on until we get to the end of analysis, and then we store that information, which means you can do things like add a new thingy. This is an int. Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong. Where's control? There we go. Now we can do things like still get information about things that have only existed after there's been an error, which is great because it means that if you're doing big refactorings, you get a much better experience and like things are just more up to date. So it feels lovely. It's a huge improvement over the like version 1.1. So it's going to be pretty exciting. It's going to be really nice. Super hyped for it. Is there anything else? I think that might be it. There's a problem. I'll show you. Let's see if I can find a problem. So if you say that's a type error. If I get rid of it. Oh no. I thought that was the bug. If you like reverted back to exactly the same code, it didn't clear the type error. But I guess that's not the bug. Anyway, it's going to be a really big release. It's going to be really, really nice. It feels delightful to use. I'm really hyped. And is there anything else? I'm trying to remember. That's everything that's like language server related. I'm trying to remember if there's any like particularly cool. God, look at Lucy. She's so good. Change log. Oh yeah, nice error messages. Nice error messages. Nice error messages. Nice error messages. We like error messages here. Some new commands for working with the package management. Nice error messages. Nice error messages. Oh, significantly nicer use error messages. So, like, Gleam's got a feature called use. Oh, thank you for the follow, Mega Chub ZZ. Or ZZ. ZZ Chub. Thanks, Mega Chubs. Thanks for the follow. Are you trying to get out, newbie? Oh! And, I'm going to say this. Leo Mendezem. Leo Mendezem? I'm going to go for that. I need Gleam merch in my... Me too, brother. Like, oh my gosh. I really need Gleam merch. I got these printed, which are fantastic, but everyone needs them, not just me. But it's quite hard to print small volume of stickers. I've got a friend who is setting up a merch business. He's got a bunch of life stuff. He's closing up his previous job or something, so that's taking up most of his time. But hopefully we're going to have Gleam stickers and t-shirts and keycaps and notebooks and all sorts of... Oh, coffee cups, very important, all sorts of stuff. Beanie hats, oh, that's a good idea. I think he was saying he doesn't have a... So he's invested loads of money into like printing equipment, like industrial printers. It looks so cool. But he doesn't have like an embroidery machine. But I think he says that he's... Because they're really, you know, they're really fancy kit. I think he says he's getting a relationship with some company who would then be able to like do... He would like outsource the embroidery stuff too. Can't wait for Gleam to have its own conference. Oh my gosh, yeah, that'd be amazing. I mean, to be fair, there was a good number of Gleam people at FOSDEM. I think half the talks were about... Sorry, in the Erlang and Friends room, I think half the talks were about Gleam, which is really cool. Lucy plushies. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Oh, wait, maybe I might, can I make one by hand? I'd love a Lucy plushie. That would be the cutest thing ever. Gleam camp when? Maybe we should all just like sign up for Elm Camp and just take it over. I'm thinking about going to Elm Camp. Oh, my cat's trying to get out of the room. 1 second. Hello, newbie. Come on. Here you go. There we go. Oh, Gleam and Squishmallow crossover merch. That would sell so well. Every Gleamling would buy that. Hey Shovik over in YouTube. Do. I would buy a Gleam do-rag. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Can we just use a ping of Lucy and get it on ourselves? Yeah, go for it. Do it. Why not? You want to walk around advertising how awesome Gleam is? Do that. Yeah, it's mostly just like language server stuff and then like loads of really helpful error messages and warnings. You know, there's been so many more... Cat's being weird. There's been so many more people using Gleam. We're really getting an idea of like what the things are that people are... Hi, newbie. You came back, did you? Why didn't you come say hi to the people? Oh, look, come back. Look at the good boy. He's so cute. You're very patient, aren't you? What was I saying before I get distracted by cat? Oh yeah, so we're really getting an idea for like what the things are that commonly trip people up, and we just want to, if it's something that you can always like statically identify, we want to have a warning for it. There's even a couple of things we'd like to turn into errors, but we're version 1 now, so that'll be break and change. Very annoying. Like maybe we'll have a version 2 of Gleam at some point in the not so distant future, where we just do like really tiny little silly syntax things. Oh, cat hair. Blah. Blah. The one that I'm thinking of in particular is flags. So say this is a list, right? Yeah. So you can have a pattern saying like this is the first thing and this is the rest. Okay, like that's a valid pattern. But you can also remove this trailing comma, and that's still still the same valid pattern. And if you remove the space as well, that looks like a range, right? That's confusing. But it's just, isn't it? It's just that trailing commas are optional. So like, I want to get rid of that and mandate the trailing comma. That's a breaking change. Oh, I wish we caught that before we went version 1. It's such a tiny thing. Oh, what's going on here? Because I've deleted too many things. There we go. So that's really annoying. But oh well. I guess the good thing is that if you run the formatter, which everyone does, then it puts the comment in for you. I guess, yeah, we could just do a warning. I guess we can just do a warning for it, and then, yeah, it's a bit annoying, isn't it? Oh yeah, we've got this as well. If I say panic here, it complains that the next thing is unreachable. That's pretty cool. We didn't have that previously. And this was useful because... oh no, it's just because it's a panic. I was going to say, and this extends to this other concept of a never type, but no, that isn't implemented yet. We may get that in future. Any other regrets for version 1? No, just that one tiny little syntax thing. And it's not a problem. It's just that I don't want it to be anything confusing I don't want it to be anything that's easily mistakable in Gleam syntax, and that looks like a range. It's just a little bit too much. What other things are in the changelog? Loads of formatter stuff. I mean, it's just, you know, jack, doing all these amazing things. Oh yeah, you can do this now. You can do this. Let's import list. Oh, I've accidentally. So you can do like list.map. Int add 1. Keep pressing the wrong button. So pipes always have to be on multiple lines at the moment. Oh no, not anymore. Now the formatter allows you to put them on one line, which I think for this specific example is a bit noisy. But imagine if you just had like wibble, wobble. You know, I think that's actually quite nice. And then if you split it onto multiple lines, it like wraps them all onto multiple lines, which I think is really nice as well. So like give people a little bit of a choice, you know. And more formatter stuff. Hover for type annotations is now set. Oh, I forgot about that. You can do oh, I keep accidentally pressing Command K, which I don't. Oh, it does this, and I don't know why. But it's Shift K. This is just me being incompetent. So let's add some docs to the model. The application state. Super cool. Okay, so now if I do not Command K, because that makes everything go haywire. No information available. Oh, rubbish. Why doesn't that work? I know, it's terrible, isn't it? I'm really surprised by that. Oh, no. Really? That works. Why doesn't this one work? Okay, maybe there's a bug here. Maybe it's... Oh. Huh. Is it something to do with tuples? That's a bug, right? Cool, we've just found a bug, I think. I would love it if we could match on the end of a list. It's not... we explicitly do not let you do... I'll type in the pattern so folks can see what we're on about. So say you've got a list. You know, this is just some standing list, you know. Some list. We can just pretend that that's not empty. At the moment, you can like match the first, oops. You know, and return like the first one and the rest. Let's just return. You can do that. What you can't do is have first and then have the last. First is the one. What would we call this? Is it just sort of rest? So like pattern match on the last one and put all of the ones before that on here. We don't support that because, in fact, we should have an error. We should have like a custom error message for that. That would be nice. Yeah, let's have a custom. Yeah, let's also have a custom error message for that. That'd be awesome. Is because this is extremely slow. This traverses the entire list and then pops the last thing off. And anytime you're doing that with an immutable singularly linked list, it means you're doing something wrong. You're using the wrong data structure. Let's make an issue for that right now. That sounds great. Issues. Helpful error message for trying to pattern match on the end of a list. Explain why this isn't a thing. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Oh, my poor little key cat. And there was also that bug that we think we found. Type information on hover. Hover not working for types inside tuples. If I hover on model, it's my editor says it could not find the type. It works if I hover on the tuple itself. I think that's probably easy, but we'll find out. Hover works for unqualified imports. Does it really? Gosh, there's so many things in here that I just forget. So like if I do, oh, look at that. That's great. That's really nice. What else, like on inputs? Oh. Oh, it's because it's not that. It's from. There we go. So I can hover on those as well. That's nice. Live compiler debugging. Yeah, that's the life of a. Anytime you demo anything you've made, all you do is find the bugs. So that's nice. Go to definition and works on import statements. Does it really? Gosh, Armin's just like smashing through all the most amazing features. So I can do like, can I do go to definition here? Yes, there you go. Or just like in the whole module. Yeah, that's so nice. That's so nice. Yeah, really cool stuff. So the language server is like really improving really rapidly. Oh, found a swap file. That's weird. Why did it do that? Didn't do it that time. Just neovim things, I suppose. Is this person sending me spam? Buy Twitch followers. So yeah, it's a buy Twitch follower. How do I delete that? How do I ban that person? Ban. RMDNAY. Follow a gift. I don't want to gift a sub. I want to ban them. How do I do that? Manage suspicious user. I don't want to restrict them. I want to ban them. Ban, 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 report, block. Gosh, how does Twitch work? Spamming, selling, use. Can I? I've got like in the options I've got follow, whisper, gift a sub, invite, block, reports. I can't see ban. Ah, I found it. Ban. Oh, it didn't give me the opportunity to type a reason though. There we go. Nice. Nice. I think I just couldn't see the button. It was like not one of the big purple buttons. It was like a little icon. Oh, honey. I'm going to have to stop in a minute and feed you, aren't I? Poor little boy. How long have I been going for? I've been going for like 3.5 hours. Let's get through the rest of the let's get through the rest of the changelog. That feast. Oh, I'm going to do that again. That just feels so good. Oh, look at that. What if I go here? Oh, what if I go here? Oh, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Why is that taking me to there? Is that a bug? If I try and go to effect, it takes me to app. Oh, because it was the whole constructor it was doing on. Okay, so I guess it's not precise enough with constructor definitions. It's okay, I suppose. It's not great. But anyway, it's dramatically better than it was like literally the other day. What about if I go to does it work on constructors? Yeah. Oh, it's so nice. Oh. Of all the streams, why come here? I guess they look at me and they think I'm the kind of person with like fat wads of cash with my my open source development money. Yes, I definitely have lots of money. I'm probably the worst paid person on the whole engineering streaming section. That's not true, the game programmers are, but you know. Why is someone using a chainsaw in my garden? Pesky gardeners keeping my communal garden looking nice. Yeah, so this isn't I've been cruising all over the web for a deep dive into Lustre. Glad I was online this morning. Oh, well, I'm a newbie for Lustre, so I don't know if this is the deep dive, but this is me stumbling my way through and getting confused in a bunch of places, and then being like, why doesn't the dev tooling do my production build? It's because it's called the dev tooling, mate. It's not the production tooling. What are you doing? So I confused myself a little bit there. Sounds like a leaf blower. Yeah, it's a leaf blower now. The last one was a little hedge trimmer. Anyway, yeah. So it's been really fun. I've really enjoyed Lustre. I'm going to use it for more things. I was impressed with how easy it was to do the stuff I wanted to do. I've also been really impressed with Tailwind. I think I'm so impressed with it. I think it's going to be like I'm going to try and use it as my default for my next project, especially since I discovered like Tailwind UI, like 200 quid, and you can just like copy all of these components. Wow, that's amazing. That's so nice. Any other cool jazz? Type annotations, import statements, hoverworks for unqualified imports. Beautiful. Armin, you're just like absolutely crushing it. I've already mentioned that. That's the updating thingy. Completions. And yeah, the fault tolerant analysis. Yeah. Oh, I think I just saw something out the corner of my eye, like some notification, then I look over and it's gone. Your mic is amazing for picking that up. It's an Audio Technica AT2020 connected to a Focusrite Scala 2i2, is it? No, I'm lying. It's a Focusrite Solo. So this is all going to be up very soon. I just need to fix this one bug. Which is... Where is it? Oh, well, I closed the project. I think I've closed the project. Yeah, so I need to finish this bug, which I think should take no time at all. Come on, GitHub, do your thing. If you comment out toString and then comment it back, you'll notice it. The language server stops working within main. Oh, I see. That's what it is. Okay. Yep. So it doesn't re-add the cache or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. I'll figure out what's going on there, and then we can do a release candidate so folks can ever play with this. It was quite confusing working out how to like make the compiler go from like being not fault tolerant to being fault tolerant, and then hooking that into the language server. So I'm sure there's a bunch of weird edge cases like this where the state doesn't get updated correctly. Language servers are a lot of work. It's awesome that your community is helping you get it done. Yes, it's true. It's mostly on mean. They are just like awesome. Like Jack's been doing loads of amazing stuff in the formatter and with like errors and warnings and stuff. And Amin's just been like crushing it on language server stuff. And yeah, and then people doing a few odds and ends. I'm slightly embarrassed. I've forgotten the name of the person who did the really cool this code action. Yeah, they were really clever. Nikki. Was it Nikki? I feel like I would have remembered if it was Nikki. Why does it load so slowly? I guess it was. Oh. Okay. Weird. That's very embarrassing of me, but yeah, I guess it was Nick. Yeah, this was a really cool pull request actually, really clever. I added this whole like really nice AST visitor. There you go. Really nice AST visitor inspired by like the Rust Analyzer one, and then does this really clever identifying where things start and end inside the source by using the AST, and then from there like traversing backwards and forwards until it finds like certain tokens. Really clever stuff. I put up a PR for it last night that I think fixed. Oh my god, you see, you know, I was saying like MVP right here. Super awesome. You can have a look at what it is, right? Module loader ignores previously cached module if there's been recent changes in LSP. Ignore matching fingerprint when in language server mode. Okay. So the argument here is okay. So we're saying if we're when we are loading modules and deciding whether or not to use their cache, normally we look at the file modification time. If the modification time hasn't changed, then we say that we use the cache. However, if it has changed, we then move on to check the fingerprints. And that means it could be that you've just updated the modification time, but you haven't actually changed the contents. This could happen, for example, if you like change Git branches, or if you edit something, then undo it before you've made any changes. And then you don't want to like invalidate that whole subsection of the tree. You just want to like compile it again. But you're saying we don't do that second check. We shouldn't do that second check if you're in a language server mode. I guess so. I mean, the problem with this approach is if how does this happen? The problem with this approach is that even if it wasn't in an invalid state, it still loads it, which could mean if you change branches, you compute way more than you have to. That's probably okay because the language server is very fast. I wonder if there's a way we could only do it if it was invalid, though. Since the language server can have valid but incorrect intermediate code states between sexual combinations, so we need to invalidate the hash even if the fingerprint matches. What do we have in scope here? Cash presents. Do you think it's worth doing this only if it was invalid? We could store if it was invalid on the disk as well. This only happens for the language server, right? Because it's not possible for... Is that true? Maybe we just add a to-do comment being like... I don't know, what do you think? Let's add it. Do you think we only want to do this in the instance that we are in LSP mode and the previous cache does not have oh, I'm in the way. let's move that up a little bit. The previous cache does not have yes honey, does not have and the previous cache was for an invalid state, to avoid things like changing Git branches. No, because it's the source. Yeah, it's the source file hash. Changing Git branches, performing excess compilation might be likely not the most impactful optimization today, seeing as Gleam code bases are not huge, and this only happens when lots of files are changed. But it might be simple to add. I'm not sure myself. Wicked. I mean, just fix it. Nice. Nice. Oh, cool. So that's all the things we've added to Gleam since the last release, which, you know, maybe we'll do a release later today. God, my cat's glaring at me. Okay, I think that means it's time to finish. Which then means it's time to raid somebody. Who are we raiding, folks? 2K viewers. That's should we raid him? Why not? Why the heck not? Wait, actually, if I play this, how loud is it going to be for you folks? Is that like so loud that it overwhelms my voice? Or is it like, can you hear it a bit, but it's just kind of like background level noise?
You know what I mean? I want to prove it. Anyways.
Anyway, someone, how's the volume, folks? Tell me.
It's crazy good. Yeah, I use Firefox. It's terrifying. Anyways.
It's quieter than the leaf blower. Okay. Okay, I'll put it like...
You can build an ad blocker and make millions. I don't want to make any.
I don't know. I'll put it like there. There we go. Background noise. Good. Okay, so as long as you can hear me, because I accidentally had like something making noise in a browser tab in a previous stream, and I realized you just couldn't hear anything I was saying for a while, which was a little bit, just a wee little bit embarrassing. In fact, maybe I'm a bit quiet. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's I'm gonna try and raid him because I want him to give me a shout out. So 2,000 people. So 2,000 people come see me. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, folks. Subscribe only chat. Follow us, go only chat. Okay, well that'll have to do. Anyway, thank you so much for coming, folks. I'll see you around. Have a lovely time. And bye bye YouTube as well.